did, because he restores this man's sight, which is absolutely, well, I can't actually really say restore his sight, can I? He didn't have sight to begin with. He actually gave him sight because he was born blind out from his birth. So you see an example of this. Well, don't take this and misapply it to us as Christians. Focus on who we are in Christ and living out who we are in Christ. And it doesn't matter whether we have health, wealth, and happiness. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verses 1 and 2, literally is where it talks about this. Now it shall come to pass, if you diligently obey the voice of your Lord, to observe carefully in all his commandments which I commanded you today, that the Lord your God will set you high above all the nations, and all these blessings shall come upon you and overtake you, because you obey the Lord, the voice of your Lord. And of course, he goes on to talk about the fact that they will have health, wealth, and happiness. Now, later on in the chapter, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15, he then says, but if you do not obey my voice, then a curse is going to come upon you. And that's where that actually comes from. But again, we of the church are not under the Mosaic law, so don't take parts of that and try to apply it to us. When it comes to the church, okay, the grace believer, God's grace is sufficient. Okay, remember, God's grace is God's attitude whereby he gives us a benefit without consideration of merit. And I know I say that a lot, but it's a really important thing to understand. And you don't want to limit that definition.